Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's One Piece Treasure Cruise video we are going to showcase 9 different teams for the new Kizuna vs Shiki. 3 for each variation of course, and you can also super evolve Legend Shiki through this Kizuna by acquiring his calls. Team number 1 for every variation will be using one of the new Kizuna rare recruits as friend captain, either Oven or Katakuri, to get more tickets, but the rest of the teams won't use them. All of the teams in the video can deal with every mechanic you will ever face this Kizuna, even after level 30, and all of the teams also use the hoe as the ship for more EXP, but if you want to use something else, feel free to do so. If you enjoy my One Piece Treasure Cruise content and you want to see more come in the future, definitely subscribe, I would really appreciate it, and without further ado, let's challenge Kizuna Shiki. Starting things off with the Sai variation, we have a Uta team with a friend captain Kizuna rare recruit Katakuri. In stage 1, immediately activate the special of Uta, do not forget to do that, because you will get the highest possible attack boost and ore boost in the final stage that way. Her super class can be activated whenever, it does not really matter, but important with this team is to have your bind removers in the bottom row so they can evade bind, which happens in the middle row units, and then remove it of course. In stage number 2, after the preemptive, make certain you activate Katakuri's special to of course remove the attack down completely, and then you can also activate the super class for more damage for an easier time against Dr. Indigo. Uta is simply amazing for this quest of course, because in the final stage she can resist special rewind and also completely remove paralysis. In the final stage, technically, we cannot get a full board of guaranteed matching slots from a unit, but Boa Hancock makes many slots favorable, and Sangoro makes type slots matching for our int units, so the chance for matching slots is extremely high. After the preemptive now, activate Boa Hancock first to make said slots favorable but also remove bind earlier on, then you are also going to need Rayleigh to completely remove it after 30, but Rayleigh gives you a chain boost anyway. Sangoro will manipulate some slots and give you a color affinity boost for majority of your units, and then Whitebeard will give you a base attack boost for your int characters. Start with Katakuri and with Uta and easily defeat Shiki. Team number 2 versus the Sai variation will be using double Uta, and we will also use the new Legend Chopper because I know tons of people pulled in the recent Super Sugo Fest. Activate both Uta specials in stage number 1, and you can also activate one super class ability to have more damage in stage 2, but to be fair, it's not really necessary. Activate it at some point though to get a higher damage output in the final stage because of the super class. In stage number 2 now, we will have the chain boost, the attack boost and the ore boost, and also a full board of guaranteed matching slots. Same will happen in the final stage with the slots, and the only thing you need to do, other than activating the super class if you haven't already, is to activate an attack down remover, in my case free to play Halloween Crocodile, who also provides a color affinity boost, but that is not important, just use an int cerebral attack down remover and you're fine. Then attack, immediately beat Dr. Indigo and proceed to challenge Shiki. As I said, full board of guaranteed matching slots, attack boost and ore boost. The paralysis is gone because of Uta. You need Chopper in the bottom row so he can evade the bind, then activate him, and alongside maximum sockets he will completely remove bind even after 30. He will also give you a color affinity boost and decrease Shiki's resistance to cerebral attacks. Then you activate Sanji for a base attack boost and also Marco for a chain boost or any other chain booster you want for an easy time against Shiki. Team number 3 versus Sai will be using Halloween Shanks with the friend captain Uta, once again using Uta because she is extremely good here. Activate her in stage number 1 so you can have her attack boost and ore boost throughout the quest of course. Take out everyone. After you activated Uta, make certain you enter the quest on Robin from your dual unit, and also we are using Valentine Nami support on Sanji, who needs to be in the bottom row next to Yasop with a bind remover. In stage number 2 versus Indigo, if you haven't already, you can activate the super class of Uta to increase your damage output, and then you want to swap Robin to Jinbe for adjacent matching slots, and activate Jinbe to remove attack down completely but also get a base attack boost for a very easy time in stage number 2. Something to note for this team, Sanji does not get the attack boost and ore boost from Uta, and Valentine Nami is important after level 30. Before level 30 you do not need her, but then you do need her because with Sockets and Yasop one turn of bind will be remaining. Valentine Nami can help you completely remove that. Paralysis will of course be gone completely because of Uta, same for Special Rewind, and then you want to activate Sanji first to get a base attack boost and also activate your support Valentine Nami. Then you want to activate Yasop to completely remove the remaining bind. After him you want to activate Komurasaki, who will give you a full board of guaranteed matching slots. And finally you want to activate the special of your Captain Halloween Shanks for a chain boost and a color affinity boost, and also his super type for more damage. But if you do not have access to his super type because you miss Yasop, you can use another bind remover in the place of Yasop, but you will compromise by losing a bit of damage as well. Team 1 versus the Q variation will be using Queen as captain with a friend captain Kizuna rare recruit Oven. You can also use Katakuri because this team is very flexible. If you are using Oven, make certain you are using an ore booster. In this case, we are using Anniversary Treasure Map Luffy. If you are using Katakuri as a friend captain, use a color affinity booster, like for example Halloween Koala. Any decks, color affinity booster or ore booster respectively will pretty much do. In stage number 2, activate Treasure Map Rare Recruit Enel to remove the damage reduction completely. Then activate Free to Play Drake to get an ore boost. That will also grant you access to Queen's super type. And then activate Queen to get an attack boost and a very easy time for stage number 2. Because we activated an ore boosting special, Queen will activate his special automatically, giving you an attack boost again of course in the final stage, but also granting you the ability to have end of turn damage because of his captain ability to bypass resilience. Things are extremely simple here. You want to activate either your ore booster or color affinity booster depending on what the boost your friend captain gives you. So if you have Oven, you get a color affinity boost, use Luffy for an ore boost. If you have Katakuri, use Katakuri for an ore boost and then use someone else for a color affinity boost. And then you want to activate Queen's super type for a full board of guaranteed matching slots. Queen also gives us chain boundaries here, so why are we using Rayleigh? Because if your slots are very good, or if you are using Katakuri as a friend captain, I think you cannot hit 3 perfects in stage number 2 to get the guaranteed chain boundaries, so might as well be safe and use a chain locker like Rayleigh. If you need him, activate him, if you don't, just attack and beat Shiki. Team number 2 versus the Q variation will be using V3 Lucci with the V2 Strawhats as friend captains but also as subs. You want to enter as both of the Strawhats on the crew side, so the deck side, to get special cooldown reduction. Now you might be wondering why are we using 2 Strawhats and not as double captains. We need 2 so we can activate both of them in stage number 2, and that way we get many boosts and a full board of guaranteed and locked rainbow slots, and we also extend the boosts for the final stage, and that way, after level 30, the type slots non-matching debuff will not really apply to us. And we also are using Lucci as captain to get the super type. So after you activate both of your Strawhats in stage 2, then also activate Pralin or any unit that can remove 5 turns of damage reduction and easily proceed. In the previous team, Drake could provide us with slots beneficial buff for 3 turns, countering the non-beneficial slots debuff. Now we have rainbow slots, so we do not even care about it. And we also maintain all of the buffs, which is awesome. First, you want to activate Kaido here to get end of turn damage and therefore bypass resilience. Then you want to activate Treasure Map Sabo to get chain boundaries. And finally, for our captain, you want to activate his special to get a base attack boost for everyone, but also his super type ability to increase our already existing ore boost. Then you attack, you can activate of course the final tap of the Strawhats if needed, and you super easily beat Shiki with Kaido's end of turn damage after of course you reach him to 1 HP. Team number 3 versus the Q variation will be using Super Sugo Fest Law as captain with the friend captain Super Tandem Luffy, and actually Law unlocks the super class ability of Luffy and Luffy unlocks the super type of Law, which is great, and Law can provide increased damage taken to Shiki in the final stage because that is the only debuff he is not immune to, which is great. In stage number 2, we need someone to remove damage reduction, and in this case we are using the recently acquired Raid Jinbe. By activating him twice, you won't only remove the damage reduction shield, you will also get a conditional attack boost, providing you with enough damage to beat the enemy in stage number 2. You can also activate Law's super type for some healing, not really necessary, but the super type helps you in the final stage anyway because it provides more damage. Now just attack based on slots and move on to the final stage. If you did not activate Law's super type in the previous stage, make certain you do it now, but after the preemptive what you want to do is activate the special of your friend Captain Luffy. He will give you a full board of matching TND slots by passing the non-beneficial type slots debuff, but also he will give you an ore boost, and then you can boost said ore boost by activating his super class, which will also give you a base attack boost for everyone. Activate Law's special after for increased damage taken and also a very high attack boost. Then you want to activate Zoro to get a color affinity boost for everyone. After Zoro comes the other Luffy, Arena Free-to-Play Luffy, to give you a 3.5 times chain lock dealing with both of the chain debuffs. And finally Roger, with his double special activation, can actually remove 6 turns of resilience, meaning he can deal with resilience even after level 30. Now just attack and super easily defeat Shiki. Team 1 versus the Dex variation is actually a pretty unique one, using the Kaido crew as captains, the Kizuna legend, and then friend captain Kizuna rare recruit Katakuri. You want to enter on Kaido, so in stage number 2 you can super swap to the crew side and also get the damage from the super swap and the guaranteed matching slot. To get the maximum color affinity boost you can from your captain, make certain at least 5 out of your 6 units are powerhouse, meaning everyone other than Toki. In stage 2, after the super swap, activate Garp to remove special bind, get a chain lock and do an HP cut, and then activate Toki, targeting both of your captains to transition into the Toki Toki state. Your captains will be the units that will provide the maximum amount of damage in the final stage, and they can also resist despair by being in the Toki Toki state, which makes them the perfect targets. This variation is specifically annoying because of the hunger that is applied for 2 turns after level 30, and all of the teams are built around that. Now, for this team, what you want to do after the preemptive is activate Sanji. Everyone gets this Sanji, he is free to play at this point, and he can make all of your unfavorable slots RCV. Consuming 2 of them will remove hunger later on and then allow you to do damage. Carrot will give you a chain lock. If you have a higher chain lock booster than Carrot, that is powerhouse, or a chain booster, you can use that in her place. Then swap your captain to the strength side of Kaido and activate him for a color affinity boost. And finally, activate your friend Captain Katakuri to completely remove the attack down even after level 30. Consume 2 RCV slots to remove hunger, end the chain on your captains and easily defeat the enemy. Team number 2 versus the Dex variation will be using double Super Tandem Kaido, very strong captain for this quest, and we are also going to use the newly acquired Sanji, treasure map Sanji that is of course from Film Red. We do not need to get RCV slots in order to remove hunger, the special limit break ability of Sanji will do it for us. If you do not have this Marco, by the way, you can replace him with another color affinity booster that fits the team and also gets special cooldown reduction. In stage number 2, you want to activate the superclass ability of your friend Captain Kaido and also his special to super easily of course do enough damage to Shiki and proceed to the final stage. Do not activate King to remove Special Bind yet, we will do that later, just attack and easily beat Shiki. Boss time now, and with maximum despair sockets, King's special, and also Valentine Nami support on Film Red Sanji, you will completely remove despair even after level 30. Before 30 you don't need Nami, but after you do for that one extra turn. Activate King first to remove despair and also attack down. Sanji will reduce attack down himself after level 30, will remove Hunger with his limit break ability, and Nami will also reduce despair again. Marco will give you a color affinity boost. Jack will give you a chain boost. And finally, you want to activate your Captain Super Tandem Kaido's super class ability and special to get a full board of matching slots. Also get an ore boost and the conditional attack boost, and you want to start the chain with him, so you give increased damage taken to Shiki and defeat him. Team 3 versus the Dex variation will be using the 3 Sweet Commanders who can remove despair as captains, they are great here, and Super Tandem Kaido as a friend captain because he is just very powerful. A very similar strategy to team number 1 because we are going to use RCV slots in order to get rid of the hunger after level 30. In order to do that properly though, we need a bit of preparation in stage number 2. First, you want to activate the super class ability of your friend Captain Kaido to get Wano slots and also 2 TND slots in the bottom. And then you want to activate Kizuna 5+ all-in to remove Special Bind and get an ore boost. Keep the Wano slot on Kaido, attack with everyone else and defeat Shiki. You 100% want to keep Kaido's Wano slot, and you can very easily do that. If you need to, for more damage, you can also activate the super type ability of the 3 Sweet Commanders. All-in gives us a 3-turn ore boost, which is not ideal, but we'll take it. Fine, we can sacrifice some damage and not get the ore boost from Kaido, get it from All-in. She also gives it to more units. But what we want to do after the preemptive is activate the special of the 3 Sweet Commanders for an attack boost, a color affinity boost and a chain boost, and their super type if you still have it available. Then you want to activate Kaido, so you get a conditional attack boost versus Shiki. Up next, Kizuna 5+ Jack will remove the attack down completely even after level 30, and then Strusen will make all of your unfavorable slots into RCV matching, and consuming 2 of them can deal with hunger. And finally, activating Zoro and Sanji will give us chain boundaries. Start with Zoro Sanji and All-in consuming the RCV slots to remove hunger, then with Kaido to give increased damage taken, and then with everyone else defeating Shiki for good. And these are my 9 different teams for you to very easily beat Shiki in the new Kizuna. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments down below, I would be happy to help. Hopefully this video was also helpful. If it was and you enjoyed it, definitely leave a like, I would really appreciate it, and subscribe for more to come in the future. As always, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.